So I'm not going to get into the whole story of everything because it's a long, complicated drama. But basically what happened was I was probably on day 18 or something like that. I was around 2 weeks, so probably day 14 actually. And I just, I was going to the gym. I just came from the gym. There was a girl that's at my house. She fancied me for a bit, but I basically rejected her because I was too oblivious to her advances. And she was just bitter and pissed off at me. Now she wasn't really friendly anymore. She was quite standoffish, actually. Like every time I spoke, she just tried to put me down. So I was like, oh, what the fuck's up with this bitch? Oh, well, I'm just gonna ignore you. And then we were outside, we were having a smoke. She had her friends over, and she's a regular smoker. And she basically told her friends that she doesn't smoke. And I said, oh, you don't smoke? And then she just turned around to me. She was like, how many times have you seen me smoke this week? Really, really standoffish and aggressive. And I was just like, hey, I'm not arguing, man. You can do what you do. You do what you do. I'm not going to get involved in your personal drama. So anyway, I walked out of that, and I got my best clothes on, and I went to the pub because I wanted to have a few drinks because it was a Friday night. I also like this chick a little bit as well, so I'm not going to lie, I did feel a bit disrespected by the way she spoke to me. So I was like, oh, well, fuck off then. If you can talk to me like that, forget about it. So I went to the pub. I was feeling a bit bitter. I was feeling a bit, a bit resentful because she spoke to me like that. And then as I was walking, I was just like, fuck it, I'm not even going to think about her anymore. She does her. It's got nothing to do with me, whatever. So I went to the pub, and as I sit down, there is this beautiful 8 out of 10. Beautiful 8 out of 10 chick just sitting there by the bar with some old dude right next to her, just sort of creeping on her or whatever. And I walk in confidently, of course, and I sit down. I had no intention of speaking to her, but she did blow my socks off. I'm not gonna lie, she blew my socks off. And I started a conversation. I was like, is that your dad or something? And she was laughing. She was like, no, that's not my dad. Why do you think that's my dad? I was like, well, I don't know, he was just standing there speaking to you for a long time. I was like, because he was your dad or something, right? And we just had a little conversation there. She did 90% of the talking. I just sat there and listened. I actively listened, obviously, interjecting here and there, smiling here and there. And then when the conversation died down, I just got up and left. And went for a smoke. I didn't even try to keep the conversation going. I didn't try to get her attention. I didn't try to, keep her interested or keep her. I just walked off. And I had a smoke. Was out there for like 10-15 minutes. Had a chat with someone else. And I went back. She was still sitting there. She hadn't gone off. She hadn't gone away. I was like, oh, she's still there, all right. So I just started. I sat down. I didn't even speak to her. I just sat down, went back to my drink. She then started to ask me questions. Where am I from? What am I doing? What uni did I go to? What am I studying at uni, etc., etc. And we had a nice little conversation. And surprisingly, this girl had a lot of things in common with me. She had similar political views. I know we shouldn't talk about politics with girls, but she had similar political views. She was funny. She had a sense of humour. Most importantly, she was laughing at every single one of my jokes, or even just anything remotely stupid that I said. She was just laughing at it, properly. Now this is the attraction part. So of course, when a girl is talking to you quite a lot, even if it's just polite conversation, that's fine. But she was very, very engaged in the conversation. Her eye contact was laser sharp. She was staring into my fucking soul. And of course, I was staring back, because if you look at me like that, I look at you like that. So I was staring at her as well. Of course, I wasn't like staring like fucking Ted Bundy. I was having a bit of, eye contact and shit, and then looked away, looked back, whatever. And she was violently playing with her hair. Violently, man. Like, it was like flick, 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 to the point where she just looked flustered. By the end of the night, she played with her hair so much that her hair was all over her fucking face. Mind you, she's an 8 out of 10 girl. So she's an attractive girl. Very small as well, very petite. I found her very attractive. She was South African, so she had a nice accent. I really liked that. And she had a really good sense of humour. I really I liked her, but of course I wasn't really into her at that point because I was just still thinking about the other chick, and I was like, fucking bitch, man, she didn't speak. Why the fuck is she speaking to me like that? Mind you, this girl was more attractive than her, 100%. But I just wasn't into it. I mean, I was giving her time of day, but I wasn't into it, genuinely. Mind you, I've only slept with 2 girls in my life, so you'd think that I'm desperate for anything. You'd think that, but I just wasn't. For some reason, I just wasn't. So, as the night goes by and I have a few drinks, she's still sitting there, but the bar's empty. The bar's empty and she's still sitting there next to me. I take that as a sign that, okay, she obviously likes me. I've seen the hair flicks, I've seen her eye contact, I've seen her laughing at all my jokes. You know, I've seen her brush her leg a few times over mine. Fuck it, you know, why don't I just, I'll ask her to come out with me. Here's why I went a bit wrong. I was indecisive as shit, and I didn't really know how to go from here, which is why I probably should have looked at pickup shit, but not really. I should have asked her back to mine. Because the night was late. It was like 12 o'clock. I should have asked her back to mine, but I didn't. I instead said, let's go to another venue. She threw a little shit test. She was like, oh, I have to wake up early. I was like, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Just have a few drinks and you can go whenever you want. We went out. The moment we went out, she said another shit test. She was like, oh, you know, I need to go home. I was like, look, you can go if you want, but it's just a few drinks. It doesn't matter, you know. If you have to go now, have a good night. She came. We went to 3 different venues, you know, had a great time, great conversation, great, you know, everything. But then I felt the vibe kind of just died down. Like, I guess the real thing that I did wrong was I wasn't even caught up in the moment. I was just like, I don't really know what to do from now. Do I go for the kiss? Do I do this? I didn't know what to do. So when I eventually did go for the kiss at the end of the night, I didn't even go for it. I just said, I think you should kiss me. That's literally all I said. I said, I think you should kiss me. She was like, I'm not going to kiss you. I don't even know you. I just broke up with my boyfriend. And she was still standing there. She didn't leave. And I was like, no, I think you should kiss me. And she was like, no. And then she was like, okay, I'm going to go now. And I was like, okay, bye. And she was standing there. She's like, I'm going to go. Do you not want to walk with me? I was like, no. I'm standing here. Bye. And she was like, no, please, just you should walk with me. I was like, nope. And then she walked off. She was just standing by the pillar for like 5 minutes because I was just having a smoke. And as I came out, this is where I just fucked up because I got bitter and I was like, oh, she didn't kiss me. Fuck, you know, fuck her, I don't care. And then she gave me a hug, grandma hug, and we called it a day there. But that, you know, it's not, the story isn't there to say, you know, I fucked her, because I didn't. But what did happen was, that was my first date that I went on, technically speaking, in over like what, probably 2-3 years. And coincidentally, it was when I was on Nofap. That was probably the best interaction I've had with a girl in the last 3 years, and that was when I was on Nofap. Okay, so this shit works. It works. It fucking works. I can't really tell you anything else. It works. You get confidence. You are able to connect and talk to women a lot more easier. You're more manly in your demeanor. Sure, I fucked up on the logistical part. This girl was obviously into me. We added each other on Instagram. Every single one of my pictures she liked. She was liking them for weeks on end. It's been like 4 weeks since I met her. Probably more, no, it's been longer. But she still likes all my pictures, watches all my stories. So she's attracted. She's attracted to me. But I just didn't pull it off right. So that's what I need to work on. I need to work on my logistics rather than my attraction. Because funnily enough, when you go to the gym for a bit, when you work on your mental for a bit, when you stop putting women on the pedestal, it is just easier to interact with them. It is easier to talk to them. And it's easier to generate that attraction because you're just being yourself. But you're being yourself in a manly, non-needy way. Yeah, because you're not concerned about the outcome. You're just here for a conversation. And I wasn't there to have sex. I wasn't there to meet a girl. I was there for simply drinks. She was just coincidentally sitting next to me. So I just wanted to talk to her because I wanted some company. And she's an attractive girl. Why shouldn't I talk to her? That is how it works. And that's my story of women attraction when you're on Nofap. That was the most. I've always got, you know, certain women who like me in the past, but because I just wasn't there. I wasn't embodying my masculine spirit, wasn't as confident, wasn't as dominant as I am now, wasn't as assertive, wasn't as just manly as I am now. Back then, I'd get the attraction, I'd lose it because I just didn't know what or how to carry myself. Now, I know how to carry myself, I know how to talk to women, I know how to, just make them have a good time, I know how to make myself have a good time. So attraction is easy now. Attraction isn't something difficult. If a woman's attracted to you already, it's very easy for me to just maintain that. The issue, of course, is logistics. Where do you go from that? Of course, what I realised was I should have just invited her back to my place. Should have just said, hey, look, we should come to mine for a few drinks. If she said no or whatever, I would literally just say, oh, okay, well, it's your choice. Don't have any drinks, cool, have a good night. We just sit and have a chat, go back to the chat, and then I'll probably invite her again. I'll say, you should really have a few drinks, I'd really appreciate it. And if she still said no, I'd just take it as a joke, probably move on. I'd ask her one more time. If she said no again, I'd say, okay, you know what, we're just here for a conversation, that's it. Obviously, I ain't gonna do anything more. Women are really complicated, but they're not complicated at the same time. If they like you and they're attracted to you, they'll sit with you and they'll talk to you for hours. And then when you ask them to come home or come back to your place or go for the kiss, they will say no. And the reason is because they like you, they're attracted to you, they find you sexy, but you just haven't made them comfortable enough. And building rapport is a form of comfort, but also you need to establish trust. Trust that you're not going to judge her, trust that you're not going to, you just want to fuck her and you're going to throw her off the bin. You need to use the charm a little bit. And I love the fact that actually I'm very, very charming when it comes to women. I had no idea that I was attracted to women, actually. Here's the other thing about me. Blah, so dark, fucking hell. I had no idea, a few years ago actually, but I was actually attracted to women. I had no idea. It was completely outside of my paradigm. And, I had my mum. She would always say, I'm very attractive. You should be a model, she would even say. I just laughed at that. I was like, what the fuck do you mean I should be a model? Are you joking? I had a few girls in secondary school who said I was really cute. Again, I just laughed at them. I was like, you're just joking. You're always playing a game. You're just joking around. And then, of course, when a woman actually was attracted to me and she'd be flirting with me and she'd be really into me, she'd be sitting next to me or holding hands or whatever, I would still just think, oh, you're just playing around, you're just joking. This obviously isn't real. You're just having a fun time. You're just trying to fuck around with me or whatever. I'll humour you, but that's all I'll do. So, lack of self-confidence is exactly what the issue was there, because I was attractive. Women did find me attractive. The funny thing is we make all sorts of delusions in our heads about why we're not attractive. Because we're men and we don't get complimented on it much. But actually, because you've got testicles and you've got a man face, a male face, and let's say you're going to the gym and you're working on your body, I'm not at my goal. I'm 76 kg, but I'm certainly not at my goal look. I'm getting the V shape slowly, but I've still got the stupid little fucking love handles, so it makes me look, I've got the V shape and then it just blobs out at the bottom, and it's like, what the fuck, man, that looks disgusting. But I'm still working on that. But yeah, if you're working on your body, if you're working on your grooming, if you're working on your physical fitness and everything, why aren't you attractive? Why aren't you attracted to some women? That's how you should think of it. Like, why are you not attractive? A girl is going to find you attractive. Of course they are. Of course they are. But the problem is, men nowadays, we compare ourselves to all of these celebrities. We compare ourselves to these people on Instagram. We compare them to male models. There's a lot of people online, they're like, oh, I need this jawline, I need this nose, I've got a fucked up eyes, blah, 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 I'm shit. These incels, that's how they think. Hey, I used to have the incel mindset, so I'm not even going to fucking shit on them anymore. I'm not even going to shit on them anymore. But, bro, if you're a bloke and you've got testicles and you're working on yourself, right? You've got to be working on yourself. If you're on Nofap, you're going to the gym, meditation, I think that those three things are like the ultimate fucking answer to being a man, because one works on your physical fitness, okay? One works on your emotional self-regulation, okay? So the gym, fitness. Did I say three things or two? Let me go back again. There's three things you should be working on: meditation, physical fitness, And what's the fucking third thing? I don't know. Reading. You should be always reading, gaining knowledge, whatever it is. Increase your wisdom. Those 3 things are enough to improve your mental health, your physical health, right, and your spiritual health. That's what you should be working on as a man. Okay, because it's not even an issue of the way you look, it's an issue about how you view yourself. Okay, but on Nofap, like I said, you know, I don't know if that story is going to qualify as a Nofap women attraction story, but it happened whilst I was on a streak. Okay, and that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say it is real. You have a different aura. You give off a different presence. Now, that was on my 2-week streak. That was a few months ago now. I went back to fapping infrequently, you know, and then I started my new streak, which I'm on 33 days now. I started that 33 days ago, obviously. So, anyway, that's the video.